This is Hart, and I'm doing a swap with Dust Fairies, who lives all the way in India. And she seems to be one of the sweetest people. We've exchanged a couple of emails and both commenting back and forth with each other. And in the swap, I have no idea what she's sending. But I went among my things and thought, what are the things that I would enjoy sending to her that I enjoy myself? So let us start. So instead of doing one of my classic style journals, what I have here is a mirrored cover. This has been in my stash for a while, so I don't recall where I got this from. And then the mirrored cover, you can attach this however you want, but I just have two simple, whatever those things are called. A great way to start. I can't think of what they're called. Here, it's a page that says, I have always preferred having wings to having things. And then here it says, spread your wings. And here it's just a decorative cover. And then a simple black back page. Binder rings, I think is what they're called. So going on this, I thought, well, what are the things that I would go grab out of the stash to make my own? And I love random. So I went to my lace first. I had this die cut sitting on my desk, so I thought, well, I usually use what's on my desk. So I would have gotten some things to make embellishments. Would have gotten some string, different kinds of thread, some ribbon, and lace. I thought this would be fun to send to her because I'm not sure if she has a hole punch handy. So this is a dinky little hole punch. Isn't it cute? So instead of just sending her only the dinky little hole punch, I thought, why don't I get her a little gift from the area? And this is a mini supply kit made by UB. And whenever you buy something for yourself, they buy something for other people in need with regards to school supplies. So I thought this would be a good thing to share. And so these are some fun little supplies that she can use in a good purpose. Sharing a little bit of the United States with her. I'll put those back in a bit. Some hippo paper. That came from some foundation. I can't remember what it is when you donate to them. These are vintage Disney stickers. And we have Disney here in Florida, and thought she might enjoy seeing these ones. I gave this out to a couple of other folks as well. It's just because it's so much fun, and I have quite a bit of it in strips, and it's pretty thick. Use it how you want. These are from my local store. It's a grocery store named Publix, and yesterday was margarita day. And so this is a strawberry margarita and a watermelon salad. A card. It's not a super thick card, but it's just a cool card base. Something random. Okay, what I have here are things that I made for her. These she can put into her booklet straight away. She just has to punch the holes if she chooses. I didn't punch the holes in case she chooses to bind it differently. So this is a pull-out, and another pull-out up high, a little folder, a little pocket and another little pocket. There's another one with a different style of pocket, just little tucks on the side. And this paper is just so smooth and so much fun. Although I am noticing this paper didn't like to be bent, so you might want to put some washi there. Here's another one where I did the pockets on the sides like that. This one has high pockets, and they are reinforced. You can hardly see it because I have it folded around from the back. There you go. These would be fun to make tags out of. So I left these open for you to decide how you want to use them, but they have some good words on here. But if you don't want to make tags on them, they're folded to the size you can use in the book. And here's another one. I thought you could use it this way in the book. Or tuck it into one of your folder spots. The texture of this paper is just fabulous. Once you feel it and see it, you'll see it. And this is just a leftover as well. You can cut it to whatever size you want, but I thought this would make a good card base. Here's another pocket created for your package. So what you have is you have a few pockets on this one. You have an exterior tuck spot. You have another little pocket here. You have the normal pockets that hold there and nothing on the back. It would be a fun last page in the journal or wherever you want to put it for that matter. Here is another shield. So you have 2 different color shields. This smells like my grandmother, so when you do get it, you'll see a scent that very much reminds me of my grandmother. And they both do, by the way. So I put your 2 rag flags. If you want to see how to make rag flags, it's Nana's Place, also known as Tracy. It's Nana's Place has a beautiful video on how you can make your own rag flags quickly. So you can see them outside because there's sounds out here. Hopefully that's okay with you. Some post-it notes that say things to do. This is 3 different kinds of washi tape and 1 kind of duct tape. And I like the duct tape when you're strengthening your folders or if you're strengthening your pocket's edges. Or I also like it just because it's a fun little print. Reminds me of the 80s or early 90s. I have some 1-inch circles from a project I was just working on. Some unfinished tags. A cut piece of cork. Some other cork. I wasn't so good as to cut like that off of, this came from a wine bottle. You can actually see the color in this one. And here's more cork. Unfinished decorating of tags. Some scraps that will be fun for you to cut through and play making your own stuff. This comes from my favorite type of cigar. This is an Audrey Hepburn almost finished tag that I made. I just adore her and her elegance. And I have some more 1-inch circles, some more scraps. These are Tim Holtz die cuts. This came from packaging, but is very cool. This, if you can see it, is a very faint stamp on some thicker paper. I always forget what these things are called. This I used on a card recently, and I had some leftover cuts. Scraps. This will be fun for you to use as texture on a project, whether it's mixed media or you can spray through it. It just countless ways to use this. It came from a package of onions I had, and I even like the color. Look at the fun on that color. Okay, that's almost it in the envelope. The only thing left in there is a few more of those 1-inch circles, a crystal, and another cork piece. And this is junk mail from my local cigar company. Move this out of the way. And what you have here is a bunch of simple cream-colored papers. I folded this first one in a different shape, and then the rest of them I folded just in half. You can just use, oh, look, I guess I did more than one in a strange shape. Yep. And so they're just folded in half to make for easier mailing, and it's not that exciting, but it's nice to have the blank pages different than what you normally use in your own books. You know, it might be a different color than you're used to or a different size than you're used to, and it doesn't take much to add that. Now this is another thing. So I was thinking, you are an artist, and you did say that you enjoy painting, so I thought it would be kind of fun if instead of using this as an artist palette, that you could choose to paint or decorate this in some way, and it would be fun to see how you decide to decorate this little piece of wood. This is from my local store, and I'm going to use this to safely package some of your items separately from others. This is some simple tissue paper. Now this green here goes nicely with a a page that I've pulled out of a highlights magazine. So you can use that however you want to use this. And then instead of just giving you that, I decided I'm gonna give you a whole highlights magazine for Christmas. And the reason I did that is I thought it might be kind of interesting for you to take a peek into our past from your perspective. And after reading through this, you know, it is interesting how our holiday traditions change and stay the same here. And so I just thought you might enjoy reading through this because I'm sure that your holiday traditions have changed and stayed the same quite a bit where you are as well. So enjoy. Hopefully you have fun with this Dust Fairies, and take care. Happy crafting.